from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run wide side with Henry. Scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. When you think about this strong safety position, you know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats show him reaching at a top speed of 20 miles an hour. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A first down carry for Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Dolphins had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, a quick throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Second and 1. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Touchdown, Cowboys! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Henry running right. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And
you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On the move to his left. He gets it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys in his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Derrick Henry. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. 30. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Caught, Kelsey, left side. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On play action, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Let's go now.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he coughed it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They begin with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Running from the gun with Henry.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Back more. Hey, 88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, check 26.
Now it's Rodgers. And right side, Henry's got it.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll set up to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
26. 50.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get it. And now off to the races down the right side. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Play complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys 21.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
88.
To throw is Rodgers. Caught. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown, Miami. Travis Kelsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Rodgers will throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 40. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time. That extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they... And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, here's an option play left. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
111 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And some room to maneuver.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Here we go.
First down, Cowboys.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.